Hey everybody, it's Derek here at High Five Resale Shop. It is a Wednesday, the 23rd of July. Just took a 5-day trip to Chicago to go to a funeral, put my store on vacation mode for a few days in order to facilitate that, but we still sold a bunch of items. Went up to Chicago for a funeral for my grandfather, right here in this picture up here, with his prize sheep, lamb. He was a farmer in Galena, Illinois, or around there, and great man. And we just had the services for him, and then my family and we stayed with my sister, and we went to a Cubs game on Monday against the Royals and had a good time. Very, very fun with the family. But now we're back in Missouri. It is Wednesday the 23rd, and have a bunch of stuff to ship out. So we're going to go through all the things that sold. 24 items. 24 items, all kinds of different stuff that sold, and we'll go through it and show you what sold for a total of a gross total, shipping included, in that of $578.57. So we'll go through that stuff here. Let's go all the way to the bottom. So the first thing that sold way back on probably Thursday or Friday was this CD, Rig Rock Jukebox, country and rock. It sold for $4 plus shipping on top. And the next thing that sold was a shirt. This Tahari pink linen shirt is a medium, and I got this at a garage sale for $2.30. I think $2.30 may sound strange, but what I did is I took all the items that I bought over the course of one outing and divided it up against each other. So that's how it came out to about $2.30 a piece. So that sold for $22.49. Sometimes when I go to a garage sale, I'll individually price out what each item is going to be, but that sometimes I just lump the whole day into one, because I know I took out $100 to spend, and then I spent it all, and then I gather up everything that I bought, and I just count out how many items I have, and then put a per piece item on it. The next thing that sold, I've had a long time. It's a Longenberger 2009 Snowflake Holiday Plaid tote bag, and this sold for $4.50 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was these True Religion maternity pants. Now, True Religion was really hot, and now is not really hot anymore. But these maternity pants, size 29 waist, so they're kind of small in terms of pants. It's got that fancy pocket on the back and some distressing on the front. So these sold for $22 plus shipping on top. If you can get them for $1 or $2, still worth picking up True Religion stuff, but you're not gonna make the big money like you used to be able to get for those items. The next item was a baseball card or a football card. This Bob Wetsoka Chicago Bears football card from 1965. Yeah, Chicago Bears. This card, raw as is, $2.98, and it's going to go out eBay standard envelope. The next item to sell was another Bears thing. Oh, it's over here. Looking behind me, it's in front of me. Okay. It was this game day football program from 1983. It's in excellent condition. Bears, Packers, and then it's got this was the year that George Halas passed away, so that's there. 83, just right around the cusp of when the Bears were starting to become the Super Bowl Shuffle Bears, the Super Bowl champion Bears of 1985. So starting to get all the pieces together there. The next item is also up here. It is, well, I'm sorry, that game day thing sold for $25 plus shipping on top. And then Instant Chef, this book sold for $12 plus shipping on top. And the next thing to sell, I found a Game Boy Advance, and then I bought a bunch of games so the kids could play it. They didn't like it. It was really hard to see, since it was old technology, it was really hard to see it. So these games, I ended up having this, well, I could sell them, I can get rid of them. So I sold the Game Boy last week. I think it was like $59 or whatever, Game Boy Advance, and then I sold these 5 cartridges for $18.74 plus shipping on top. The next item is this new CD, Nivea Complicated. Soul, R&B, and this sold for $5.59 plus shipping on top. The next item was a package of underwear. So there are 6 pairs in here. They are not used or anything. They were all like rolled up, and then I repackaged them. They're Fruit of the Loom boxers. Size large, new oaken package, $7.99 plus shipping on top. Next item is another CD, Rod Stewart Angel, the Love Songs. This sold for $3 plus shipping on top. The next item I just put these up last week. This is also from a garage sale in Nixa, $2.30 into this. This is the top, and then there's these pants. These Victoria's Secret 2-piece pink floral loungewear pajama set, size medium, and it sold for $16 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was America, Complete and Greatest Hits, and you got A Horse with No Name, Ventura Highway on here, Tin Man, some good stuff on here. $5 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was this new sealed metal sign, and it's got like it's got the relief on it, so you can feel the lettering and everything on it. It says this, the Second Amendment, keeping America safe since 1791. The person bought 3 of them, so I have 3 of them here. And these sold for $23.97 plus shipping. So, like when people order multiple things, so that's cool. They got a 20% discount for that, for buying multiple items. The next item that sold was this Grow faucet handle, polished chrome replacement part, made in Germany. They actually purchased 2 of them, and this that item I got from the Owl auction, where I bought out the plumbing aisle. So each of those is a cost of $1, and the 2 of them together sold for $34.48 plus shipping. The next item that sold was this. Used to be my shirt. It's The Economist. It is a newspaper, like magazine kind of deal, and it says "Think Responsibly" on the underneath there. It says "Think Responsibly" on that bottle cap, and then it's a large, and it's got a little thing on the back, and it sold for $18.74 plus shipping on top. The next thing is going to be not difficult to ship, but just it's going to take some work. It is a poster, so I'm going to put it in a poster tube, but I'm going to probably ship it out FedEx or UPS, just because the last time I shipped a poster tube with the USPS, it got lost. I lost $200 from the sale. I ended up getting the poster back, but just so much pain in the butt, and it was around Christmas, so I really wanted that sale to go through. So let's see if I can get back far enough to get to the poster. So it's a Dave Matthews Band poster. Pretty cool. It's laminated. And I disclosed that in the listing. So that poster sold for $15 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was this White Stag purple gray embellished top. So it's got these little embellishments up here. It is a large, and it sold for $4.99 plus shipping on top. Definitely moving away from that kind of stuff to a little bit higher end stuff. The next thing that sold were these flip-flops, or these sandals from Yellow Box, and they have the rhinestones, I don't know what you would call that, just the embellishment stuff on there, and these were $7.99 plus shipping on top. Next item that sold was this ESPN PS2 game, 2K5, and this I got from a lot of games with a $1 cost. This sold for $7.99 plus shipping on top. There is a message in there from the drop shipper to wipe the disc down before I send it, and I always check the discs before I send them out, so I will give it a little wipe down. And I don't really mind drop shippers as long as they pay for their items. The next item that sold was this Click red and black McDonald's light jacket, size medium. Got this from an estate sale where the people were franchise owners of a McDonald's, and so they had a lot of McDonald's shirts and stuff. I just took the looks like unused jacket for the drive-through and sold it for $26.24 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was this Boyd's Bears Little Red with Big Bad Wolf going to grandmother's house. This particular figurine sold for $7.99 plus shipping on top. Then the big sale, some of those other ones were really good. This one is probably the best sale. I have to go back and look. I mean, we had the two people who ordered multiple items. Yeah, there's a bunch of really good $20 sales in there, a couple of $30 and $40 sales, and then this one is the big one. Vintage NBA 1993 3 times world champion Chicago Bulls white sports specialty hat. Still got the cardboard inside. Sports specialties. It's got these tags. $89.99. This particular hat was from my collection. So, not really in need of this anymore. So, then moving this on to a new collector. Had this since 1993. And it has been protected in like a acrylic box and stuff. So not really a lot of dust that was on it or anything. So $89.99 plus shipping on top. I won't have to put insurance on it because it'll be covered. But I'll make sure I put it in a bag and then put it in a box to protect it from anything happening to it. And then the last thing that's sold is this Vince Camuto maxi dress. It's got these little ruffles on the shoulders here, and then it's a long dress. This got from Nick's Garage Sale, $2.30 cost, and $12 plus shipping is the total on that. So that is everything that sold while I was away in away mode for eBay. So you can still sell stuff while you're on vacation. The things that I did to prepare for that, so right around, I send out offers on things that people are looking at all the time. So like constantly, there's whenever I see one, I'll send an offer out on something. I think my thought process is they just looked at it. So if you send back an offer, they might be still interested in it. So that's my thought process on offers. And like I've said before, all my items in my inventory are widgets, little mechanisms for going out and getting more dollar bills. So I have very few items in my inventory that I am connected to. And so therefore, I'm willing to just take money from people and go down the highway with it and get more items, or buy new, like I need a new computer setup. So like one of the next things I'm going to invest in is a new computer for selling. I like to do it on an actual I can't use a laptop. My fingers are too fat. I can't hit the keyboard right. I'm always screwing up on a keyboard. So I like a desktop type of situation. But my computer is old. I need to update that. So that's one of the things I'm doing in the near future. But that's what I would use that for. So we were talking about offers. So I sent out offers, but when it's coming to the time away mode, a couple of days, like 2 days before you start to go on time away mode, you need to stop with the offers, so that you don't have to ship anything out while you're away. If you keep giving out offers, then you're going to be required to fulfill those needs, because your offers do not have the time away shipping parameters that you've put in. Your offers are going to have your old shipping parameters in. So you want to be careful of that. So Tuesday of last week, I stopped doing offers. Like Monday night was the last time I did an offer. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, didn't do offers. And then all the way through the trip, didn't do offers until we were driving back from Chicago. And then we started, my wife would read them off to me, and I would tell her what to do an offer for. So this Vince Camuto dress at the end was one I gave an offer for. I think this McDonald's jacket was something I gave an offer for. And quite possibly the Boyd's Bear I gave an offer for, but I'm not quite sure on that one. So that's that about sending offers. But while on vacation, while on time away mode, you can accept offers, and they are still subject to your time away mode. So you can accept offers, although people sometimes don't see that you're on time away mode. There were 2 cancellations while I was gone, and they were both $4 items, so it wasn't a big deal. But that will happen with time away mode. So, but everybody else, who sent an offer, they kept it on the table here. I'm going to be shipping them out today, and that's about it. So if you have any questions about what I just explained, leave the questions down below. And that's about it. That's about all I got today. Gonna pack this stuff up, get it to the post office. Jesus loves you and wants to have a relationship with you. And if you see that, when you get that special item at the garage sale, remember to always give yourself a self high five. See you later.